going on, everybody? Back in the Zibo mod after over 2 months. I think it's been since July since I've flown this thing. So we're in San Diego. Going to do a few short hops. One up to Sacramento, and then one up to Portland. Yo, what's going on, Darius? Let's go ahead and get in the cockpit and get rolling here. To the overhead panel. Turn the battery on. Emergency exit lights, get our panel lighting going. And of course, align the IRS system. Seatbelt signs coming on. Going up to 40,000 feet today, so while I'm looking at it, program it in there. Crazy gameplays, what's going on, man? Hope you all are doing good on this afternoon, evening, wherever you're from. Come over to the, get the rest of the panel lighting. Damn, I hate the scroll wheel zooming in, but the click and hold takes too long. Wowzers, Captain Panda, what's going on, buddy? I do use SimBrief. It's where this route's coming from and all the information. I use SimToolkit Pro for my tracking, so it forces you into using SimBrief, which I was using before that anyway. So our panels look good. We can go ahead and do our MCDU. Or no, I'm sorry. I've been using the Airbus way too much. The FMC. Be fun if you do a flight with the default. Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun. Because we know that thing is good. It's bad. It's kind of funny how other people take these aircraft and make them so much better. You wonder why the developer couldn't. But the Zibo has been a project, a long coming project. And they're starting to do it with the A320 in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Oh, not at LAX. Been at LAX too much too. We're in San Diego. Gate number 4. Grab the left GPS, plug that in there.
How many times have you heard that tired old?
Just got a little ad playing there. Afternoon, Bravo Whiskey Flight Simulation. Awesome name. You bought the JAR 330, and it is beautiful. Yeah, it's. I mean, a lot of people talk down about that aircraft, but it is a lot better now. They've continued developing it, made it much nicer. Paired up with a sound pack, it's really good. So first trip is going to take us to Sacramento, KSMF, where it is pretty windy today. They have the north winds in Sacramento, which doesn't happen too often. It happens a few times this summer, which now we're into fall. So that means we get to land on the 3-4 side today, which usually it's 1-6. Will be flight number 1546, SWA 1546. Plug that into the flight number. We'll get to this stuff in a minute. Let's check the winds in San Diego. It's always going to be 27. Rarely would it be I know they land on runway 9 sometimes in San Diego if the visibility is really bad. I don't know about taking off though. I've personally never done that. I would think 2.7 would still be the safe option because you're heading out to the ocean. But I can understand why you wouldn't land on 2.7 when it's really bad visibility. Where's active sky? San Diego, surface winds out of 300, 4 knots. So departing runway 27. On the Padres 2. It's the baseball team. And then our transition will be EHF. Go ahead and activate that. Our approach into SMF will be the Sutter 2. At New Ray will be the transition. And I'll wait on the ILS till we get a little closer. It's probably going to be 3-4 left or right. So we have that. So after EHF, going to New Ray. Alright, so I don't think we have to add anything actually. That all looks good to me. Yep. Just close that gap. I don't think I've done the fuel yet. Block fuel 14,000. What's going on, A-Lab? I'm saying your name right. We're actually inside a flight deck today. Were you flying at McClellan with me yesterday after I landed? Because there was somebody flying inverted. Looked like your style. Looked exactly like how you were flying the other day. BKW Flights, what's going on, man? XP11 for life. It is nice. There is something about this sim that is just special. I'll put the fuel in this way. We need around 14,000 pounds. Apply them changes. Okay. Oh, let's put our radial fixes in for San Diego. We'll do a 5, we'll do a 10, and we'll do a 25. What's our cost index? Out of 5, I can barely tell. Yeah, it's a 5. So cost index of 5. Dare to do the default 737 on VADSIM. Yeah, that's a good dare. I knew that was you. It was like I could just tell. What are the radio fixes for? I'll show you. They are useful. So they draw these green circles. You typically do them around airports. So you have a 25-mile radius, a 10, and a 5. You can do whatever you want, though. You can put them around VORs, waypoints. So the 10-mile is certainly helpful for knowing when to put the landing gear down. Just a little something extra to know. Cruising altitude today will be 40,000 feet, which I don't get to do too often, so that'll be nice. pretty much maxing out that altitude. Takeoff flaps will be 5. Center of gravity is 21.9, giving us trim of 5.25. And then plug in our V speeds. V2 is 145, so we'll get that on the MCP. We'll get all this stuff on too. LNAV, VNAV. Let's take a look at our departure. So it's the Padres. So the Padres 2 departure, takeoff runway 27, climb heading 275. To 520, then right direct Winfield, then track 296 to Colonel, then track 296 to Gwyn, at or above 8,000, then track 308 to Padres. On transition, maintain 15,000 speed, expect higher altitude 10 minutes after departure. Skip this song, sounds depressing.
Deep sea driving, I see.
Something like that.
Well, here's something else. With your farmer's policy...
A Delta Concorde. Did Delta has a Concorde? That's a fictional livery, right? I think we're pretty much good to go, just about. Altimeter's 299.4. Love flying this plane so much. This is my favorite aircraft. Did I get this one? Yeah, I did. Now, you know, I want to switch from my ILS. I don't like that one. I like the single receiver. I'm gonna switch that. Just remembering where they did it. Multi-mode receiver, no. Should be the other one. Good. Good deal. Let's see, we'll squawk. Anybody want to give me a squawk code? Shout out a squawk code. I will squawk it. Try to keep you as involved as I can. KC Flyer, it is a dream. I missed the 738. That's why I'm up in here. $19.95, you got it first. 5421 would have been a good one. Just looks good. Come on. Oh, can you not go to 9 on the second digit? Oh well. Well, I guess it's 5421 then. I didn't know that. I never tried. Now, the ultimate pushback tool around. Better pushback. Wheel push. Right there, looks good.
All right, Captain, got the directions. Let me know through the menu when you're ready.
Alright, let's go through this checklist, make sure we're not missing anything. Push and start clearance, auto throttle, armed, left and right fuel pumps. Gotta get all of those on. We have no fuel in the center tank today, so those can stay off. The hydraulic pumps on. Anti-collision light on. Come on, camera, quit freaking out. It's really holding there. Can't even disconnect it. Interesting. Time to start the APU. "1995 is your birth year." That song is KSAN. You refuse to believe anybody after you exists. Born after you. Got the APU power switching over. Let's get the pushback going.
Great news, Captain. Your tow's coming.
APU bleed on. Paxer already off, so we'll leave them off for the moment. Close the cabin door. Hope it lets me release the parking
All
brake.
right. Looks like the doors and hatches are closed and we're ready to connect.
I don't know why it's stuck. Should be an easy straight out departure, slight right. To 296.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Tow's connected. Bypass pins inserted.
You know,
Go and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go.
I'm not sure if they're wider or not. They could be.
Here comes the pushback. Light 'em up.
Light 'em up. Alright, let's get that number 2 engine going. Start getting the flaps out. 5 degrees. 3 clicks down. Looking for 1.2. Let's relax the music for a little bit. Get back to it. Listen to the sweet sounds of Zibo Mod. What's going on, Michelle? SVA 205. Good afternoon. Don't know, man. I don't know if they're SAM jetways or not. That one finish? Alright, starting the number 1 engine. Also got to start the clocks.
Just about done here. Go ahead and set your parking brake.
Parking brake set.
And we're disconnecting the tow. Give me just a moment.
Okay. We'll wait for him to do his spiel and then we'll finish the checklist. Is he not going to talk? They usually talk. Oh, he's still doing his thing.
And we're disconnected. Signal and pin on the left. Take it easy and have a safe flight.
Good deal. Alright, before taxi procedure, generators 1 and 2 are on. Probe heat on. Wing anti-ice, engine anti-ice as needed. We don't need those. Packs come on to auto. Open the isolation valve. APU bleed can come off. The APU can come off. Engines. Start switches to continuous. Flaps already. Flight controls. And our lighting. Runway turn-off lights on. Taxi light. Got the logo on. Anti-collision. And then we're good. We don't have far to taxi. Get the airport diagram. So it looks like just up to Bravo. Bravo to Bravo 1. Alright, let's get rid of the parking brake and head over to the runway. But one more important thing is TCAS. Yeah, I can't wait till this plane is on Microsoft Flight Simulator. By the way, this Zibo, not the Zibo, the new X-Plane update, I'm getting 80 frames per second, supposedly. It's been around 70 to 80, which I've never seen those kind of numbers in this sim, especially with an Orbx region loaded in. Did I check the nav map for what? San Diego just ahead there. The San Diego live map. Bravo 4, waiting on Bravo 1. It's a free 4-flight for simulators. You can get taxiway named in such. SimToolkit Pro has taxiways in most Western European. Oh yeah, I'm using SimToolkit Pro right now actually. I'm not sure if you can see my display. Display view isn't working. I love SimToolkit Pro. Still working on importing my Project Fly files. It's not going easy so far. It's not accepting them. So I don't have any of my previous routes because I have like 1,000 hours on Project Fly that I would like to get over to SimToolkit Pro. I just don't want to manually do all of it. It's a lot of work, you know? And I think later this week we will try to do that Spirit Airlines flight that I attempted to do prior to the Microsoft update. Crashed on us 3 times, then I quit. But I have successfully flown the route since the update, so it's fixed it. It was a smart camera bug. Wrecking all the flights. You like the livery? Me too. Southwest livery. It's been one of my faves. It's a nice shot right there. That might be the new thumbnail. Who knows? It's nice. Well, I better get back in the cockpit before I do something silly. Like, slow down. Let's speed it up a little bit. Captain Cali, your home airport, San Diego. Happy to be here.
Approaching 27.
Right, we'll hold it right there. And the before takeoff checklist, takeoff clearance obtained, fuel flow reset. And rate, same. Center fuel pumps is needed, we don't need it today. Cabin lights. Get our landing lights on, the strobe light, and the wing light. Transponder TIRA. And then next is the after takeoff checklist.
The cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
Damn, who let these dogs in the plane? Sheesh.
On runway 27.
Alright, throttling up to 40% N1. And engage Toga. Speed is alive. 80 knots.
80 knots. V1, rotate. Positive rate.
Gear up. Man, why did the engines throw back like that? Is that the for the noise? That scared me for a second. What is going on?
400.
That must be the noise abatement?
$1,000.
We'll get the gear and everything in a minute. Gotta fly it. Flaps up. I don't like to put the autopilot on too quick. I like to hand fly it for a bit. Now with my left hand, I might be able to get the gear locked. Auto brake off. Alright. Interesting. When did the autopilot get turned on? Flying under the influences. I don't know. Never had to do that. Also, I've been out of practice with this plane too. So that don't help. But when I went to turn the autopilot on, it was already on. I couldn't see it, obviously, because I got the screen clipped, but I didn't turn it on. So I have a button map that's I didn't know about. But all is well. So after takeoff checklist, auto brake off, engine start switches. Runway turnoff lights. Just past 10,000 feet, so we'll get the landing lights. And the taxi. And the wing.
From all of us at American Airlines.
Yeah, American Airlines. Yeah, that's right.
We're proud to be air transport.
Good evening, all the way in London, UK.
A special welcome to Advantage in One World members. If you are not an Advantage member, you can sign up at aa.com/join to earn miles for today's flight and continue earning miles with our retail and travel partners. Our Advantage Aviator MasterCard is another great way to earn miles for everyday purchases and enjoy benefits such as your first check bag free, preferred boarding, and no foreign transaction fees. Not an Aviator card member? See a flight attendant and receive an exclusive offer when you apply in-flight today. Shortly, we will begin our in-flight service. We offer a selection of complimentary beverages. Wi-Fi service is available on this flight. Connect to the AA in-flight signal and open your browser. You can access AA.com free of charge to view flight connections and other travel information. If you need to power your device, AC power outlets are located at every seat. While you are seated, please keep your seatbelt fastened and visible to the crew when the seatbelt sign is on, as turbulence can happen unexpectedly. If you open an overhead compartment, use caution, as carry-on items may have shifted during takeoff.
Go ahead and continue our climb up to 40,000 feet. We're rolling with the Orbx scenery today. She'll be turning back to coast in a minute. I don't... Wait, you know, there might be like a freeware A380, I think. It's probably not very good, though. But we have yet to see a good study level A380. About to pass 18,000 feet, so we'll switch over to the standard borrow of 299er2. Alright, so the climb and cruise procedure is complete, just about. That, I think, is Catalina Island. It is sad to see those go. The Speedbirds. I was thinking about doing a video about that. Doing the final landing in one of them. Probably on Microsoft Flight Simulator. We're getting ready to go by LA. that turn coming up? In like one more waypoint. Let's see, LAX should be on the right. Wow. Direct headwind in Sacramento. 17 knots. 17 knot surface winds at 340. And the runway's at 340 heading runway. Clear day though. 93 degrees Fahrenheit. Whoa, what happened in here? It's getting foggy. I don't know why that was. Oh, is it the window heat? Thought I had those on. Looks terrible, or we're in some cloud. Doesn't look like it though. Windows out here look good. "85 frames per second. I can't believe I'm seeing that in X-Plane 11. What in the hell is going on? I can't see. Just passing 31,000 feet. Scenery is so sharp. Jordan Lewis, you live in Sacramento? windy there today, isn't it? Yes, sir. Cool. That's my hometown. The 916. I guess it's not too bad right now. It's 17 knots gusting to 2.4 at 340. Totally in the north. Yeah, no, we've had worse. Nothing like blow your trees down wind. Just windy. Just enough to make the planes land in the opposite direction. Oh good, the windows aren't fogged anymore. That was worrying me. Cool King. What's going on, Daniel Martinez? Got some mountains to fly over. We got Orbx scenery all down the west coast. I got it from Southern California up to Washington. Thoughts on this versus Microsoft Flight Sim? Well, X-Plane 11 is a little more established. There's more aircraft that have come out. So, I think... I mean, well, to get the scenery to even look like this is like around a $55 pack. To get it looking like this. There's also ortho that'll make it look pretty nice too for free. I don't know, it's just Microsoft Flight Simulator is it's too early. There aren't enough planes available yet that are worth it. I mean, just not having the 737 alone is pretty rough. That's why I'm back in this sim. I really like flying this plane. I don't want to just fly the A320. And with the updates, they keep breaking it. So it's just in its infancy right now. I didn't like X-Plane 11 when it first came out. There was a lot of things wrong with it that I didn't like. And it went through the same problems where it didn't have that many aircraft to fly. And it took a few years. It took 3 to 4 years to get to this point with X-Plane 11, and where it's finally accepted. About to hit top of climb. 40,000. The Cal Fire Base next to it is pretty dope too. Always see the DC-10 Global Supertanker fly by. But yeah, me too. We must live pretty close. They come out of McClellan Airfield, and today they're landing on 3-4, which is cool. Because normally I just see them take off from 1-6. It's cool to see them land. The Supertanker actually saw it. I didn't see it, but I heard it landing earlier. Every time a big plane flies over, I get onto Flight Radar 24 and see what it was. And it was the Supertanker today. I remember some days when the fires are really bad.
1,000 to go.
You hear there's a different tanker coming in every few minutes to land. Did you see Air Force One the other day, Jordan, when Trump came here to speak to the governor about the fires? He flew in and out of McClellan. Which I would have liked to have gotten a photo of Air Force One. Because, I mean, how often is that going to happen? How often is Air Force One going to fly over Sacramento? I do like to fly around Europe, yeah. I usually doing long hauls, stuff in Austria. Which isn't... Is that even within the boundaries of Europe? I guess it would be. I'd call the whole area Europe. Duh. Vienna. Been expanding into New Zealand a whole lot too. Wow. Let's get some window views. Yeah, me too. I've been doing those lately. I did executive yesterday, actually. I flew from executive. I did some passes around downtown, Natomas, and then I went up to the Marysville VOR, which is by not Travis Air Force Base, Beale? I think it's Beale. Circled that VOR, and then I tracked the VOR back to McClellan and landed there. I hadn't, you know, done any VOR flights in a while, so I'm trying to get back into that. Yeah, a lot of short flights over there. A lot of, well, all kinds of airlines. I know a lot of short EasyJet ones. Oh, for this stream? Yeah, I didn't put out much notice either. Just kind of did it. Kind of got to do these streams when I can. Next one will be that Spirit Airlines flight we attempted the other day. And I'll actually be able to complete it this time without it crashing, I'm sure. Seems like they fixed most of the problems. So we're about to fly over Bakersfield. Switching cams, playing camera DJ. This is also the new Zibo Mod, the most updated version. I had a few things to update with X-Plane 11. Had to remove a bunch of plugins. Put the new Zibo in there. Get the new version of X camera. Yeah, Beale's up there, and that is where the U-2 bomber resides. It actually flew over, this has never happened before, but a few months back it flew over my house. It must have been going to Beale, but I have no idea what it was doing in that area. Never seen it fly in that area. Because it was low, too. I mean, maybe it even did a landing at McClellan, but it was low, like 3,000 feet. I like Flight Sim 2020. It's kept my attention. I've flown it for the last 2 months straight without really using X-Plane 11 until now. It's good. I like it. I really love it for VFR right now. Because you've never been able to do that kind of VFR flying. You were very limited on where you could fly VFR. And you had to spend the money to get it as well. Unless you did ortho everywhere. So I like the VFR aspect. The GA planes are pretty good. The 172, 152, Caravan, I like all of those. How they operate, how they feel. It's, you know, it's the A320 and the 787, 747 that still need work. They may never get worked on either. You're going to have probably a lot of pet projects like the A320, the NX project. Fly-by-wire, they're doing it, I think. Wow, so it's strictly for the U2. Yeah, it's kind of nice to have that nearby, because that's a rare plane, you know? They do it at the... You get to see it at the air show, the California Capitol Air Show, which I assume you've been to before. That's always there, that plane with the Escort. What are they? It's the, what Escort's it? The T something, T7 something. Directly over Bakersfield right now. Oops. I hit the wrong button. Flaps coming out. Don't want to overspeed those. I thought if I could hit the number 2 key, it would switch my camera, but I guess I don't have that mapped. I heard the Concorde was in works for Microsoft Flight Sim, but it got pushed back like 5 or 6 months. Also some GA planes too. The 737 pushed back almost 9 months. Yeah, I heard PMDG was saying they may not bring their stuff on for like a year. Which, I need to fly the 738, but I'll fly it in X-Plane. It's great in X-Plane. If you have X-Plane, like, I'm pretty happy with it. With this Orbx scenery loaded here on the West Coast and the Zibo Mod, I'm happy with it. You know, I'll just keep switching back and forth to the different sims. Man, that seam in the scenery there is nasty. Good thing we're flying over that. Guess while I wait, I'll put in our radial fixes for Sacramento. SMF. /5/10. /25. Start going over the approach chart too. Actually, let's look at the plan, make sure everything's good. Oh yeah, we gotta pick a runway too. Let's check out the airport, sure. Okay, we're on the Sutter 3. But what I really need to see, I want to see the airport chart. So it'd be most logical for us to land on 3-5 left. Because the B terminal will be right there. Easier to get to. They're calling it 3-5 left on the chart. I guess it changed. I thought it was always 3-4. Steep descent after Sutter. ILS frequency 111.10. Just getting this stuff out of the way now. Less of a workload later. Course heading of 347. Excited because I rarely get to do this approach. Elevation is 23 feet, so 223 for our Barra setting. Yeah, so we'll land 3-5 left. We'll probably exit at Alpha 6, Alpha 5, whichever comes first. 2 Alpha, then Bravo 1. Straight into the terminal. Top descent's coming up quick. But let's check the route. Let's turn off all this extra stuff. Go through it step by step. I don't want any surprises. Alright, so that's easy. It's gonna be a straight in. We'll love it. Butter the landing, hope so. Well, might be rusty with this plane. It's probably easier than Microsoft Flight Simulator. Although they have fixed the ground effect. It's not as prominent as it was, it seems like. It's hard to put those planes down, the heavy ones. So I'll try to butter it. We'll see what happens. This is the new X camera I'm getting used to. I like what they've done with it. Still not quite as good as Chase Plane, but better. I forgot, where's the slowdown? That's too slow. Large is good, alright. I know, that would be nice. Getting a little cloudy over here.
Switch apps without pausing your music. Upgrade free for 1 month and listen uninterrupted.
Let's hope it does. So there isn't a whole lot much for us to do. Flaps will be 40 for sure. Giving us 141 for our speed. Course heading is set. Aviation Channel, what's going on? Good seeing you again. Those clouds actually don't look too bad. For X-Plane 11. Alright, getting close to descent now. Really close. Set it to 9,000 for now. And as soon as we hit it, it'll start our descent. Probably need a good amount of drag on this approach. They're still making missiles over there? Thought they were talking about peace last week. Good evening, Sim UK. Welcome, welcome. I had no idea. I thought they were finally trying to have peace. Our descent has started. We're gonna put out some spoilers. Think of all the money they spend on that stuff too. Like, you could point your funds and knowledge to so much more good than a missile you'll probably never use. The US does the same too. Which, the US, they probably will use it. No, I didn't see it. I'm not up to date on my bomb news, I guess. Wow, so the winds are now at 330 at 20 knots in Sacramento. What are they gusting to? They're not listing the gust speed now. Maybe, I don't know, about a year, maybe under a year. So, I mean, the weather engine itself, the clouds, the scenery, objects, everything are all fantastic in Microsoft Flight Simulator. We just need the study level planes. And I think it also needs a standalone weather engine. I don't know that the engine built in is good enough. Maybe they'll update it into something nicer. But it might need some help. But it has the ability to be great. I'm flying X-Plane 11 because of this plane here. The masterpiece itself. If this same version of this was in Microsoft Flight Simulator, I'd be flying Microsoft Flight Simulator. Mags is booty. It is a little booty right now. Unless you want to fly GA. That's been fun. I had a great 172 flight the other day. Well, I end up coming back to X-Plane 11 and feeling it that it seems a little easier to fly these. So I think the physics are tweaked a lot more. I can't really tell the difference between the GA stuff. I think I like the feeling of the 172 more in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Other than it seems like it's quite hard to slow down sometimes on approach in that sim. Is the HUD? Where's the HUD? Not that I want to use it, but I'd like it installed, at least. Pretty sure it's on this page somewhere. Captain HUD, I think. Yes or no? Oh, I would like shots at startup. That would be nice, actually. Wait a minute. I swear it's on this page. I'm just not seeing it. HUD for captain. Yes. Bahamian Aviation, hello. And I think X-Plane will have a good response with X-Plane 12. I know they locked down a deal a while back with some satellite image company. Alright, the borrow in SAC is 2999. Get that ready for when we switch it. That's a strong wind for what I'm used to. But it's mainly head on. No, no, we're still in good shape to do an external view. It's just very loud. Core 1 gaming high. Put the spoilers in for now. Conductor, how you doing? Alright, switching to 2999. LMAC at 340. I'll set that. only bad thing about this right now is I can't fly with you guys like we can in Microsoft Flight Simulator. I don't have VATSIM installed now. Nothing but farms out here. This is accurate too. MP in Microsoft Flight Sim is incredibly good. MP, what's MP? Oh, multiplayer, sorry. Took me a minute. Hello, Zibo Fox. So for missed approach, climb to 500, then climbing left turn to 2000 on heading 320 and SAC VOR. Okay. To 2000. Passing 10,000, so our lights can come on. Landing lights, the runway turnoff lights, and the taxi lights. Almost 25 miles out from the airport. Straight in approach. So our minimums are set. Auto brake, put it on 1. Landing lights on, the pack signs are on. Center fuel pumps not needed. Altimeter is set, monitor it if it changes. Localizer frequency is set, and the front course is set. Get the engine start switches on continuous now. Everything's going smooth so far. This is definitely Sacramento in the summertime. Everything's dried out. This Sacramento is a lot more up to date than the Microsoft Flight Sim one. It's got the current satellite imagery, current buildings. Somewhat. Some things are still under construction, but at least they're there. Downtown Sacramento right there. Executive Airport. Start controlling my speed. Almost 10 miles out. Start lining up the localizer. approach mode now. Put landing gear down, 10 miles out. Get ready for the approach into 3-4 left. Be slowing all the way down to 1. What was it today? 141. Just approach altitude is 20,000. Hope I don't require a go around 2. But if I do, I do. Pause the music. So approach motor on glide slope alive, gear down, flaps still configuring. Speed brake. Armed. Engine start switches continuous. Landing flaps are now set. Runway turn off lights on, clear to land. The moment of truth. It's been a while, Zibo. It's been a while.
1,000.
1,000 feet. Stabilized, miss approach altitude set. Alright, we're set. Set to go.
Approaching 3-4 left.
Exactly what Active Sky was saying. We got a headwind of 20 knots.
500. 400.
Flight slow. Flight
300.
slow.
Approaching minimums.
Flight slow. Flight slow.
Got to turn that warning off because we're perfectly on the glide slope,
Flight
so
slow.
200.
don't give me that.
Flight slow.
Minimums.
Continuing.
Flight slow. Flight slow. Flight slow. Flight slow.
100.
Flight slow.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Not feeling the wind now. Change as soon as we get on the ground.
80
That's
knots.
an 80 knot, 70 of reverse thrust. Nice job. We did it. What do we exit? What do we exit? Alpha 8. Okay. We got our terminal right there. Flaps coming up. Let's get the landing lights off, our strobe light off, and we'll go ahead and start that APU. We'll go get parked and we'll head up to Portland next. Thanks, Sim UK. It's always a relief when you're live streaming. Hey, catering, hold up. Wish we had the guy that would guide us in. Alright, can hold it there. Set the parking brake, switch over to the APU, and shut those engines down. Ding, ding. Okay, so we'll get going on the next one. Let me just complete my flight here on SimToolkit Pro. Complete that one, and then what's next? Try to do this quick. I want to get up in there fast. Okay, we're going to be Southwest flight number 2344 for tonight. Come on, reset button. Am I missing the click spot? Really? I need to reset these cameras. It's all messed up now. Where's the reset? Reset. Restore. Perfect. So it's giving us no SID on SimToolkit Pro. Is that? Yeah, I guess that's right, because FlightAware doesn't have a SID either. It's just straight to RBL. Appreciate the stream. Thank you. It's late in the UK and low battery, so I'm going to disembark here. Cheers. Hey, take care, Sim UK. I'll see you on the next stream. So we're at Sacramento KSMF, our gate. Doesn't really matter to put that in, but I don't know what gate this is. Not gonna worry about it though. It's minor stuff. Going to KPDX Portland SWA 2344. Departure. We'll depart on 3-4 left, I suppose. Let me check out the map. Yeah, that makes the most sense. So we'll leave Concourse B. Head out on the Bravo 1 to Alpha 13. So 3-4 left, no SID. The approach. Uh-oh, I'm not seeing our approach. It's the timber. Oh no, it is there. Timbers, Machu transition. Direct to RBL. Then, oh wow, we've lucked out today, not having to add any airways or waypoints in between. Our fix. Again, setting a 5, a 10, and a 25. Gotta add some fuel to the aircraft too. Our fuel is going to be 15,500. Cost index is 5 again. Cruising altitude is going to be 40,000 feet again. That's fine. Average wind today, 277 at 73. Where's the highest there? Flaps 5 for takeoff, giving us our trim of an even 5. Oh, I don't like that angle. Can't see. That's why you always got to check your trim. Look at how it's at 10 now, because we landed. That would have been a disaster. $145 again for our V2 speed. It's nice. Everything's mostly set up for this airport already. since we just came in here. We'll leave all our course stuff in case we have to return to the field. Highly unlikely, but we'll do it. And we're not flying on a SID. Let's go straight up to 40,000. I guess one of those days where we won't get that LNAV right away until we're in the air. Okay, well, APU's already going. That's great. Pre-planned the pushback. So let me think here. Hey, what's going on, Wayne Goody? Hey, bro, first time checking in on your live stream, but always watch the vids. Great work. Thank you. I am on Vulcan. It's amazing. Mr. Clapper says, I'm high as F. I have no problem saying it, but they're going to pull my ad revenue if I say it. So confused, but this is dope. I know, a lot of different lingo. Hey, an American Airlines flight. That must be AI. Alright, we're gonna have our pushback right there.
Alright, Captain, got the directions. Let me know through the menu when you're ready.
Well, we're ready now, sir.
Great news, Captain. Your tow's coming.
Get these fuel pumps on, the hydraulic pumps on, yaw damper on. Packs will come off for a minute. Open that isolation valve. These should be on auto for now. Dun, 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 dun. Good to go. Always easier to do a setup after you landed.
All right. Looks like the doors and hatches are closed and we're ready to connect.
Are you? Are you now? So we got our push and start clearance, auto throttle armed, left, right, center fuel pumps as needed, and the aft. Do we have center tank fuel today? No, we do not. Hydraulic pumps on, anti-collision light is on. Parking brake is still on, getting our final bit of the pushback.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Tow's connected, bypass pins inserted. Go ahead and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go.
Alright, we're killing it.
Here comes the pushback. Light them up.
Packs are off. Do you use reshade or anything? Also, what sky cloud textures do you use? I'm just using active sky, nothing special. No textures or nothing. Alright, starting the number 2 engine now. A.m. there, and you resort to watching flights. Hey, why not? Look at this. What's he driving this? Who let him in here? Hey, look at all the cars everywhere. What a mess. There's too many vehicles. Whoa. Alright, let's... Everything good there? Yeah. Alright, let's start the #1 engine. American Airlines taking off. Oh, so he was taxiing to take off. I thought he had landed. Not bad.
Just about done here. Go ahead and set your parking brake.
#1 engine going. Parking brake is set.
And we're disconnecting the tow. Give me just a moment.
Oh, you're a ramp agent in London. But sadly, getting made redundant at the end of the month thanks to COVID. COVID is messing up everything. It's real sad. Setting the clocks. Let's get this mode off. Just straight over to RBL.
And we're disconnected. Signal and pin on the left. Take it easy and have a safe flight.
Yeah, you too. Only letting us set the VNAV right now. Oh no, don't you be auto throttling. Well, that's okay. That's typical when you don't have a SID. Engine start, switches over to continue. Oh, let's get this before taxi procedures. Generator 1 and 2 on. Probe heat on. Wing anti-ice. Engine anti-ice as needed. Packs over to auto. Isolation valve open. APU bleed off. And the APU coming off. Engine start switches continuous. Flaps as needed. Flight controls check. Taxi clearance, taxi light, runway turn off lights. Alright, let's get going. Alright, so we're starting out on Yankee, going to Alpha to Alpha 13. It's bad here too with the cases. I think sometimes the US has more cases than like one city in the US will have more outbreaks or more cases than like an entire country. Alright, making a left on Alpha. I'm from California. This is the AI. Well, only one way to settle this. Go through you. Boom. Into the cabin. Into the cabin we go. Sorry, everybody. But yeah, I'm actually from this very city. It's my hometown airport. No, not on VATSIM at the moment. Are there even any controllers in the area at the moment? I don't have it installed. I did a whole new install of X-Plane. We'll go messing with the window views for now and taxi appropriately. Yeah, so no one's around. Start getting everything configured for takeoff. Landing lights, strobe on, wing light.
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
Okay, fuel flow, reset, re-rate, center fuel pumps as needed, cabin lights as needed, strobe lights on, landing lights on, taxi light, we're leaving on. Transponder set to TARA. Auto brakes on RTO, yeah, so we're good. So before takeoff checklist complete. Yes, they are in the description right now, actually. You're looking at Orbx, Northern California, True Earth. This is the Zibo Mod 738. And I'm running Active Sky weather engine for the weather at the moment. I think that's about all the add-ons you're seeing right now. Oh yeah, Yuba City's not far. This is the last flight of the night. Up to Portland. Getting on to 3-4 left now. And why was the American landing 1-6? Winds are dying down a bit. 14 knots right at 340. Gusting to 24. Altimeter's gone down 1 notch, so it's now at 2998. We'll just go ahead and enter. All the checks are done. Quite a while. What time of the year did you come here?
Approaching 3-4 left.
Pretty hot in the summer. Very cold in the winter. Oh, I turned it off. the EFB. I have no use for it right now. I don't have any charts loaded into it, which I need to do.
On runway 34 left.
Alright, throttle up. And again, no LNAV on for this departure. Speed's alive. 80 knots coming.
80 knots. V1, rotate. Positive rate.
You're up. Let's see if the LNAV will come on now. Yep. Sometimes you just gotta wait.
400.
Depends on your departure. We'll start making our left. Flaps can come up.
1000.
Well, that flight director's off. Not gonna follow it. It's gonna actually follow me. Get the gear and all that good stuff in a second. Gotta aviate first. Damn, it's a while before we hit RBL. Let's go ahead and put that on. Wondering what it's trying to align with. You know, I don't like this. Let's go heading mode. I don't like that. Fly heading to 330 for now. Alright, we'll lock the landing gear and auto brake off. July was 40 degrees Celsius. Oh, that's pretty hot. That's like 100 and something. Well, you know, better yet, actually, I could just do this. It'll go straight there. And LNAV it. We didn't have a star for this one, so it's direct. Passing 10,000 feet, landing lights coming off, runway turn-off lights, taxi light. Anti-collision and the wing light. Well, we could leave the anti-collision. Heading up to cruise. So after takeoff, procedure auto brake off, engine start switches. Get them off. Gear lever off, runway turn off lights off, cabin lights as needed. Passing 10,000 feet, the landing lights are off. Center fuel pumps as needed, pack signs as needed. Scramble the ILS. Switch it to 110.90. So it's a short flight. It's like an hour 15 minutes. Check out the weather at PDX. Surface winds 310, knots. 61 degrees Fahrenheit. Probably landing 28 right. Let's see where Southwest parks there. Yeah, so probably land 28 left. That'll be good. Two eight left, and then we could exit. Echo would be the most convenient. Echo to Mike.
Altimeter setting.
That's right, we do have to set to standard. Past 18,000 feet. Snuck up on me. Going up to 40,000. Joe, how you doing? I knew it was over 100 because I was looking at Sacramento, which was like 33 Celsius. Dials, yeah, there's two different ones. The typing one wasn't working for me, where you got the keypad. I could hit a 1 and then it wouldn't let me hit anything after that, so I switched back to the dial one. I don't know if anything's wrong with it. Some lights in here. Works for you? I don't know. I know I've used it before. And it's been fine. But just today, like I said, it would only let me put 1. I could put 1, and then if I wanted to type the rest of my frequency, I couldn't. It's so much better to see autopilot working and no crashes, yeah. Well, the A320 is a lot better now. The update did fix some stuff, so we'll get back to that as the next stream. But I will continue on with the Zibo Mod as well. I just don't want to get rusty with the 738. I want to stay good at this plane. Well, let's sort this out. Let's see. Let's see if it works now. We can add the Portland code. I just have to find it now. I feel like it's on the first page. Multi-mode receiver. Oh, the camera's messing up. So the approach. What did I say? 2A left. I don't know which one we should use. I need to look at the chart. And then I'll get back to the ILS thing. So we're on Timbers to Machu. I'll just leave it. Is that okay? Oh, I was just looking at what transition I wanted to use. But back to this. Let's get the code. ILS frequency of 110.50. Now see, I clear it, right? Oh, now it's doing it, no problem. So I don't know what the issue was. What's the active, the bottom one? Works perfectly now. So is it active? Okay, it's active. So active's the top one. Alright, so 110.50 and then our course will be 284. Wait on the flaps and stuff. We can do our fix. KPDX. getting some turbulence here. Top slot, got it in there. Gotta file a pirate. Well, thanks to everyone who's come out to watch me fly the Zibo Mod tonight. Nice to have the company. Can't even get the drink service going right now. This is the COVID-19 empty flight where everybody gets an aisle to themselves. Hungry, gonna get some dinner after this. Must be a 747 or something. Big contrails. The best and worst part about Southwest is they never serve unlimited free drinks. But the only food is peanuts. Peanuts, pretzels, and every once in a while you get lucky and they have the snack mix. But I haven't gotten that in a while. One time my flight was delayed by a couple of hours, and I ordered 2 Jack and Cokes. And they comped it for me, just for the flight being delayed. I was like, I would have ordered more had I known you were paying for it. But that was nice of them. Southwest is pretty cool. I had a flight once delayed 5 hours, and they gave everybody $100 credit for another flight. So I still got to fly on the flight I needed, just 5 hours later. And then I had $100 for my next flight. You mean, so they don't even serve food on the Hawaii leg? Probably just get a Mai Tai and that's it. They gotta up their meal service, man. I never thought about that, but if you're on like a 5-hour flight, you need some food. Something. I'm trying to think what Alaska gave us. Because I've never flown Southwest to Hawaii. When I went to Hawaii, they weren't doing that service yet. So we flew Alaskan. I don't remember the food. I remember them, they had this like cheap Mai Tai mix they gave everybody who wanted one. Of course, you can get the longboard IPA, which is kind of cliche for Hawaii beer. That's why you fly the main lines, yeah. Get hungry up there. Oh, nice. So you got free food on the San Diego-Seattle leg. Yeah, they're a good airline, Alaska. Fun bumps today. Well, hello, Austin. Austin says, A-OK for this turbulence. Put your 1K on United. Do you mainly fly United? Gotta put all your miles on one airline. Oh, that's early. So you got to get to the airport at least by 5:30. 9. San Diego is deserted before 10, so you get away with 9. Oh, okay, you're correcting it to 6. I see. Just about everything is better early. People don't like to wake up. Failures. Get some glare shield. What altitude thing? Oh, this. If you're on the plan mode and if you click CTR, I think you have to click it twice. You get this. And what's really nice is when you're descending over the mountains, it actually draws the mountains up on the floor there. And so you can see where you are in relation to it. I noticed some not Southwest, just some 738 pilots in general using this on descent. So I started messing around with the buttons over here and I found it. So yeah, it's 2 clicks. It's kind of a cool display. And I think each mode has its own. No, plan doesn't. VR just has those. Blue Games, welcome. Yeah, we've been having a great in detail conversation about the Southwest meal service. Chat's kind of dead, so I'm glad you're here. Flight's going good. It's a little bumpy up here. We're at 40,000 feet. Oh, look at that. I think, what is that? That must be Mount Shasta. Wow, we switched just in time to see that. Very turbulent. We can't even have the meal service yet. Or I'm sorry, the drink service. Damn, what song is this? I feel like we're at a wedding. Switch some of this music. Where were you flying, Blue? Landed, yes. Safely? No. Just cut my hair the other day. Or no, yesterday, last night. Because of COVID, I started cutting my own hair. I'm not waiting in the parking lot for you to call me in and then whatever the procedure is, take my temperature. Beware of massive craters on runway 22 at LGA and Microsoft Flight Sim. Okay. I'm gonna remember that one. So I think I've completed most of the workload for our approach. I could set the borrow. Oh yeah. I gotta do that stuff too. Let me go get the PDX chart. For ILS 28 left. Mainly I just need the elevation. .31 feet, so in the same ballpark as what we've been in all night. 231. Missed approach, climb to 2100, then climbing left to turn to 4000. Alright, so missed approach altitude's 4000. And that'll be a left. Should we have to go around. So let's get the borrow set up. Pressure is 30.47. Yeah, just the plain Jane 738. I still haven't flown the Walter White Max. I guess he's taking it over, I'm not sure. You know, the wind seems like it's calmed down dramatically. We got out of that. Less than 100 miles. Yeah, about 70 miles. So real close. Almost sunset. Good evening, sir. Much love to you and your family. Hope your stream has been great so far. God bless you and wishing you the most success. Hope your days have been good. Hey, likewise, same to you. Thank you for supporting the channel. Stream's been going pretty good. Had a decent landing into Sacramento. One of the more rare approaches over there due to the north winds today. Death Donkey Game Nation has officially made it to the party. What's going on, Ronnie? Just in time for the descent. I don't think I've ever seen you in a stream. Maybe you were in one of the Microsoft ones, but there was like 900 people. I couldn't keep track of anybody during those days. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We do apologize for the turbulence tonight. We've gotten through it. A lot smoother air now. The weather in Portland is looking clear, above 10 miles visibility. Winds out of the north, 7 knots. Temperature, 61 degrees Fahrenheit. It should be a nice evening for everyone landing in Portland today. So we'll be starting to descend soon. We'll have you on the ground in a little bit. Thanks for flying Southwest Airlines. How do you like that? Little break from editing. Always good to take a break. I have to have you on here live one of these days, Ronnie. That top of descent is coming quick. Like I said, we got nothing left to do. I like to eliminate the workload ahead of time. Flaps. So we'll be landing around 142. Fix the setup. 110.50, right? 284 on the core setting. Trying to find the prettiest wing view at the moment. The sun is at that awkward angle. That's a bold statement. Thanks. It's the Sim Toolkit Pro overlay. I just like to keep it simple. It's got the basics, the essentials. Yeah, we use Adobe Premiere Pro, Creative Cloud. Yeah, it's right now getting 73 frames per second. Now, I don't know if they're translating so much through the stream, but I mean, it's pretty incredible. I'm running Active Sky, Sim Toolkit Pro. I got the stream going. I got a separate YouTube video playing with music. I got OBS running. Steam is running because I have X-Plane 11 through Steam. And I'm still getting 70 frames per second. They really fixed it with Vulkan. And on top of that, Orbx scenery, man. I remember before I couldn't even run Active Sky. It was so slow in the Orbx areas. Now Sim Toolkit Pro is freezing on me. I fixed it. I get 35 frames per second in the Zibo, rolling down 2.5 right at LAX. Today I was getting like 60. But that's never happened before. Never. Ever. So even with Vulcan you're getting that? Yeah, but yeah, if you guys haven't tried Vulcan yet, you might want to update X-Plane 11. Serious frame gain. Like 30 to 40 frames. I mean, it's actually making this Orbx stuff a lot more usable with the sliders on high. I am using only one monitor. I got a big ass curved monitor. Well, even if you are getting 35, what'd you say, 35? That's still really good. I always say anything above 30. It's nice to have a little bit above 30 to kind of like, if it does drop off, it'll probably drop right at 30. Oh, does it change that dramatically? Oh, it's loading up, so it's getting a little laggy, isn't it? So you're saying it should be dropping if I'm looking at the EFB? It says 87. 85. You guys should be able to see it. I don't know why it's not coming up. Guess OBS is hiding it. So we'll be going down to 11,000 feet. Get that set now. Interesting. I didn't know that. Under what? Could that be a hardware thing? What tab is it under? Calibration? No, that's all hardware stuff. Next page of which? Oh, show FPS? Well, so it's saying in the 40s. Shadow Play is saying 90. I'm going to go with the 44 being more of an accurate number. 50. It's climbing. How far can we zoom? Descent's coming. Coming up. Yeah, FaceTrack No Wire is compatible with DCS. I think there's an extra plug-in thing you have to get. That's all, though. What star will I be using? Let's see. I forgot offhand what it was. The Timbers 2 with the Machu transition. And now that you brought that up, I want to make sure we're good to go here. Check it step by step. This is where I want to zoom in and see. So just straight to the base leg from Flower. You know, I don't like that though. I don't know. Well, if I don't like it, I can go from Flower. I can go on a vector and then connect with the rest of the path. The Zibo is maxi. Yeah, that spoiler deployment, it was because I got it set on increments rather than, like, you know, obviously if you pull it out, it'll be smoother. It'll look smoother. Could, yes, but which one? I just wasn't sure which one to go with, like on, like I don't know where these are maneuvered. I guess I can look, right? Like Schaefer, for instance. If we put that in, where is that putting us? Way out by the 25. I'm gonna erase that one. I want to see what the next one is. Read, you know, erase that one too. Maybe Maver? This is so confusing right now. That might be more what we want. But now it's jacked the plan up. Should've left well enough alone. I got some fixing to do. That's all good. That flower waypoint, I guess. Let's clean some of this up. That looks good. Actually, it's the same problem. No, it's not. No, it's not. Hipster. I'm assuming that's what they're going for with that one. Hipster. Hipster to Hannah. Alright, I like that plan. That'll work. Alright, back to the chat. Now that we got X-Prize Flight Sim, how you doing? What should I get for air-to-air combat in DCS? F-16, F-18? I like the F-18. I hear the 16 is really good too. Hey Lab, what's going on, man? Welcome back to the chat. Yeet! The F-18 is so good that I keep learning how to fly it and then I forget all over again. Like as far as the cold, dark procedures go and even the hotkeys that I set up. You really can't quit flying DCS. I've tried. I quit for a little while and I forget all of it. Well, I'd like to get my PPL either in gliding or regular GA. But if not, at least want to do a few lessons. I have a little bit of ground school under gliders. I've only got a few minutes on a glider. That's all I've done. But I'd like to do a little training. I just don't know if I'd go full on PPL or not. It's just expensive. But taking some 172 lessons, that's something I'm very interested in doing. I was looking at the Discovery flights in my area. They have a 2-hour package, but it's over $300 just for 2 hours. And that's just the cost of flying. Not cheap. Kind of makes me miss the drone cam. Just using the cursor. You're taking lessons in the DA20? That's cool. Well, in the long run, it might be, actually. Putting money into a PC upgrade. Because you're going to get a lot of flight sim flights out of that. I don't know. Just the stage I'm at in life. Starting a family. I just don't have the extra money to... or time to work on a PPL right now. But I'm young. There's still time. Luckily, I have a uncle-in-law, I guess you would say, who is now a CFI in gliders. He's commercially rated also. And he's actually the one that provided me some ground school and took me up gliding. So I may pursue gliding. Or, like I said, definitely 172 lessons. Q8 Pilot does that. He says he goes out on several lessons a year. He doesn't have a PPL, but he still does the lessons, and they let him take off and land and all that. That's where I want to be at. I want to be at that level of just doing the lessons where I can take off and land. Maybe not full on go for the license as of yet. What's going on, Ninja Tyler? Alright, so surface winds at Portland still 3107 knots. It's supposed to be at 11,000 soon. Stowed the spoiler still out? Yeah. Probably stow 'em for a little bit. So this will be the last landing of the night. Next stream, we'll do that Spirit Airlines A320 flight in Microsoft Flight Simulator. I think we can complete it this time successfully. No worries there. Then after that, I'd like to organize another GA group flight somewhere. Switching the borrow from standard to 3047, which you already set. It's the barometric pressure in Portland right now. The field elevation 31 feet, so we have that set plus the 200. Gonna put the spoilers back out. I wish I had tried all three so I could give you a solid answer, but I only have the F-18. And it's good. I know it's good. That's all I can speak on. So yeah, we'll land 28 left, and we'll try to exit on Echo. That'll put us right by the terminal. Well, can't you have a human if you're on online? Well, yeah, and then I guess you got to know somebody that has the plane too and knows what they're doing. No, actually never been a part of any virtual airlines. Might try one out sometime. That would be fun to do. With a competent human Rio, Tomcat is amazing. I still enjoy it with gesture because he's good enough to play the Phoenix game most of the time. Oh my god, would it ever. Learning all those systems. Should I turn these off? Does it look better? I don't know, I kind of like it. Adam Moonlord, hi, I'm new to Flight Sim. I have one question. Can a pilot skip a waypoint? Example, he's supposed to fly A, B, C, D, but he do A, C, D instead. Well, if you're going from A to C and you're skipping B, you might be passing B anyway. But ATC, like even if you're flying a Star or a SID, ATC they'll sometimes vector you around a certain waypoint.
Doesn't it go?
For spacing, for whatever reason. So you don't always fly those by the book. Yeah, so sometimes they may have you skip a certain waypoint for whatever reason. And if you're not flying online with anybody, you can vector yourself past a waypoint if you needed to. I mean, you could be on a SID or Star, and they'll tell you, "Hey, we need you to turn to whatever heading for spacing," and then they'll bring you back to the SID or Star plan. Looks like 2,900. $25 miles out from the airport now. Landing lights gotta come on. Runway turn off lights, taxi light. Descent procedure, landing lights, recall, radio, borrow, minimum set, auto brake, set it to 1. Passing 10,000 feet, landing lights on, pack signs on, center fuel pump as needed. Descent procedure, checklist, complete. We have the approach next, which we've already done everything. Altimeter is set, localizer frequency is checked and set, which is the 110.50 we set earlier, and the front course 284 is set as well. For 30 people, no, not too bad. Not Captain Canada numbers. He has to have like 400 people watch him land. All putting in their landing rate, wanting it to be butter. Airport's somewhere over there. I don't really see it. Can't remember if I have scenery for this. I think I have a freeware version. Just not clear on if it's still installed. I think we already played this song. Alright. I'll kill the music in a minute. Looks like we'll be right on the money for the altitude. So I'm gonna start the landing procedure, so can't arm the approach mode yet. And actually I can't start this checklist. None of this stuff we can do yet. Starting the turn. Close enough to 10 miles out, so we'll start to get the gear out and configure the flaps. Arming the spoilers, landing procedures. Can arm the approach mode. Glide slope almost alive. Flaps
1,000 to go.
we're working on. Engine start switches, continuous. Runway turn off lights, landing lights, cabin lights as needed. Alright. Got the runway in sight. Oh, gotta set our flap speed. 141. Which we're slowing to.
2,500.
.41, 40 degrees flaps. Set. Let's get our heading. Set, go around out to, it was 4,000, setting that. And we are all set up for the approach. Focus here in the cockpit, actually. Jordan, yeah, you're back just in time. We left Sacramento and arriving into Portland, the best part of the flight. I always love the X-Plane 11 traffic. Looks so good out there in the distance. 1,300 feet. We had a good landing into Sacramento with a strong headwind. 24 knot gusts, so let's see what we can do here. Airport's looking real good out there. Just trying to match my throttle with the Zibo throttle. Disengaging the autopilot and the auto throttle's coming off. Let's see what we can do here.
Approaching 28 left.
Approaching minimums. 200. Minimums.
Continuing. Got off the pappies a little bit. Probably
100.
fine.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Holding it out, a little bit of a floater. First thrust deployed, spoilers deployed. Hey, now
80
first
knots.
thrust coming off. Let's see, where are we exiting? I can't see what it was. Flaps coming up. Spoilers. Landing lights off. Strobe light off. Starting the auxiliary power units. Okay, right where I wanted to be. Are we on? Yes, we're on Echo. Exactly where I wanted to exit. Just wasn't sure as I was doing it. Whoa, come on, let's get straightened out here. Do I use Navigraph? If you're talking about me, not right now. I'm using Sim Toolkit Pro, which is almost like using Navigraph. You get to follow the your taxi routes and stuff like that. Oh my god, I forgot about the replay mode. I would have been doing replays with in the last airport. Well, we gotta look at some replays tonight. As soon as I park. Got to. I'm all in Microsoft Flight Simulator mode where you don't get a replay. No replay for you. Hey, we got a Marshal at this gate. Switch over to the APU. Let's get that runway turn off light and taxi light off now, so we're not shining it up in his face. Is the Marshal marshalling? He doesn't look like he's marshalling. He's standing there picking his nose. Oh, he is. He is. My bad. Where is he? Alright, I'm coming. I'm coming over there. Really? That much left? Okay. Okay. Alright. Alright. Alright, almost. Okay. We'll leave it there. Throttle's off. Parking brake set. We already switched over the APU, right? So, engine lever for the fuel levers shut off. Jetways coming over. Get these fuel pumps off. The seat belts, most importantly, so everybody can jump up out of their seat. Get these up off. I'll switch over to ground power. Why not? Oh, maybe not. Because if I want to do the replay, I don't want the ground power connected. APU bleed. Cool. We dids it. See, he had us go. Did he have us park crooked? No, I guess it looks okay. Alright, well, I gotta get out of here in just a second, but before that... Hammy Ham, thank you so much. Replay, right? Let's go get some replay. Let's get some replay. Let me turn off Sim Toolkit Pro so we're not logging our replay as well. Complete flight. Okay. Another one in the books. What is it? Shift P? Yeah, Shift P. Oh, that looks so pretty. Tower view. This is a freeware scenery, I think. I would love to see the TFDI 717 in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Such a good plane. Glad you reminded me about replay mode. It's like I totally forgot you could replay. We floated it, but it came down pretty soft.
Approaching 28 left. Long landing, 8,000 remaining.
Ooh, that looks cool. Let's do that one real fast.
Approaching 28 left.
That would be funny if it came out over the speaker. Too high, too high. Yeah, but I mean, it wasn't too long. We had plenty to go. At the end, we came in. We were just a little bit high, so had some extra speed. Look at those flaps flapping.
Long
They're about to
landing.
fall.
Long landing. 8,000 remaining.
Man, look how smooth that is. Got so quiet. It always does that at this point. The flaps. Let's see a glare shield approach.
Approaching 28 left.
Why does it look so offset? Maybe I was a little offset.
300.
It looks super offset. I mean, I'm on the other side of the cockpit too, so.
100. 50, 40, 30, 10.
Long landing. Long landing. 8,000 remaining.
Your GoPro is facing too far left. It's basically what it is, right? Right wing. Well, that was cool. Watch the lights turn off. Nice. Unpause it. Well, alright everybody, we made it down here in Portland, safe and sound. That's going to do it for the stream. Thank you for joining us tonight. A lot more Zibo coming your way. Make sure you subscribe. We'll be doing it pretty often. Sorry guys, thanks again. See ya on the next one.